Hi everyone, welcome back. Unfortunately I'm back from a holiday in Northumberland now, so I'm back to light pollution. But it is clear tonight, so I can't complain too much. So my plan is to hopefully try and shoot the Eastern Veil Nebula, which I've done the Western Veil before, but never done the Eastern Veil. But it's a really cool looking target, and based off how my image of the Western Veil came out, I think this one should be pretty good. And I've also got some new gear that I'm going to be able to properly test tonight. So I've got the ZWO EAF, which I managed to get out and set up and get working last week, but there was too many clouds to actually shoot anything. But yeah, it works perfectly, and it's got me in such good focus. It looks like all of the photos I've shot over my entire astrophotography sort of career have been out of focus. So I might have to go and retake as many of those as possible to actually get some good data on them. But that could take a while, so that will have to wait for next year before I start doing that probably. But yeah, I'm going to try and shoot the Eastern Veil tonight. So I'll run you through the scope and show you what I'm doing in just a minute. Alright, so here's my scope all set up. I've got an ASI183MC Pro on the back here, and then Xterminator in this filter drawer there, which is a dual narrowband filter, which is the perfect match for the Veil Nebula because it's rich in oxygen and hydrogen. And then we've got a Redcat 51 scope and a 120 mini guide camera with a 30mm guide scope, a mini PC, a Star Adventure GTI, and then the new piece of kit is this, the ZWO EAF. Might get a better angle from this side. Yeah, there you go. So I've got the Deep Sky Dad Redcat focus kit on there as well, and yeah, it works really well. I'm really happy with it, and I'm hoping to be able to use it tonight. So skies are looking fairly good at the moment. There's some clouds over there, but hopefully they're going to go away soon. So yeah, I'm going to go back over to the iPad over here and get everything going. Okay, so I've got the scope just pointed straight up towards Polaris. You can see Polaris here, and the stars are as close to focused as I can get, but I'm just going to run an autofocus just to get it ready to take flats. And I've got the camera in the right orientation for flats as well, so I should be able to take them straight away. So I'll just press start autofocus and that should hopefully work. Yeah, I can hear the focuser moving, and yeah, that's just going to run through this autofocus routine, and then I'll show you when that's done and yeah, get taking flats. Okay, the autofocus is finished and it seems to have worked pretty well, even though there's a lot of clouds. I managed to time it right with Polaris being mostly uncovered by clouds, but yeah, these came out of nowhere. They look like they're going away though, so I should be alright. So I'm going to go start taking flats. Alright, so my flat's finished, and I've slewed the scope over to the Veil. So it's just doing some final adjustments to the framing, and then I'll run the autofocus one more time because the clouds are pretty much gone now. So I'll hopefully be able to get the best focus possible. And then yeah, I'll get the first 5 minutes sub shooting and I'll show you that once it comes in. Right, I'm inside now and the first subs come up and it looks really good. There's loads of detail already, and yeah, the stars are sharp and the focus seems to have worked pretty well. So I'm going to go over to the sequence and just press play, and I'll take as many as possible and update you later on. Okay, it's just gone 2 o'clock and unfortunately the clouds have arrived. I think I should hopefully have at least 3 hours of exposure, which I'll stack together and see how it's looking. but I'm gonna probably try and get some more, because when I did the other side of the veil, I needed just over 7 hours, I think it was, they ended up with. So I'll try and get similar with this one, because I know it gives like good results. So yeah, I'll pack up, go inside, and I'll talk to you hopefully on another clear night. If not, then it'll be, yeah, some time inside. Alright, it's a few days later now and I've got another clear night, so I'm going to try and continue and maybe even finish my veil photo tonight. So I've already set up the scope and everything, and I've done an autofocus run and taken the flats, and the scope's just doing the dark flats now, just over here. Got the lens cap on. So yeah, it's doing those, and then I'll slew over to the target and hopefully get shooting. There is some thin clouds dotted about at the moment that seem to be getting thicker and thicker every time I look, but I'm hoping they're gonna go away soon. But if not, this might be a whole like night of failure. But none of the forecasts said it was clear like now, so I'm hoping they're completely wrong. So yeah, I'll talk to you in a minute. Unfortunately, it's not long since I last spoke to you, because all of these clouds that I was talking about, they're still here and they're getting worse and worse now. And I had my first subframe come in, and because my guiding's like being like messed up by all these clouds, I had loads of star trails, and yeah, the data's not really usable. And yeah, even if my guiding was fine, I'm still not going to be getting the best stuff, because yeah, there's a thin layer of clouds across the whole sky. So yeah, I'm unfortunately going to have to pack up, but I'm hoping that the forecasts are right in it being clear tomorrow night and possibly the night after as well. So I should hopefully get a couple more chances to finish this photo off in the next like few days. So yeah, whenever the next clear night is, I'll see you then. Alright, so like the forecast said, it is clear tonight, and it's actually looking clear at the moment. There's a couple of thin clouds about, but according to the forecast, they're going to go away pretty soon. So fingers crossed they do. So yeah, I've got the scope set up, and I'm just going to go through all of the like setup of connecting everything and yeah, getting everything working. And then I'll let you know when I've finished taking flats like I usually do. And then I'll hopefully be able to show you a subframe in just a couple of minutes. So yeah, see you then. Okay, I've got the scope, like everything connected, and everything's working how it should. So I've done a run on the autofocus and rotated the camera. Well, I didn't rotate it, I just checked it was still at the right rotation. And then I've taken flats, and it's just getting the dark flats now with the lens cap on. So after it's finished doing those, I'll slew over to my target and start the guide in and get a 5-minute exposure shooting. And then yeah, I'll show you it once I'm inside, and yeah, hopefully it'll be good. There's still a few thin clouds at the moment, but they're not getting any worse, so I'm hoping they should go away soon. So yeah, I'll see you inside. Okay, so the first sub's come up and it looks really good. I've already got the sequence going, so it's taking another one at the moment. Yeah, everything seems to be working. There's still a bit of cloud in the sky, but I think it's pretty much gone completely now, so hopefully it stays that way. So yeah, I'll speak to you later. Okay, it's about 4:30 now, and unfortunately the Veil Nebula's just starting to have the corner of my house sort of peeking in on the side of the frame. So the data I'm gathering at the moment isn't really usable anymore, because I'd have to crop all of the sides out, which I don't really want to be doing. But astronomical darkness has ended now anyway, so my subs were very quickly getting lighter and lighter and lighter. So I was probably going to have to stop soon anyway because of the sun. And there's also the moon and Jupiter up there, which are both pretty bright, but yeah, they didn't affect stuff much. And I've also just had my first glimpse of Orion since like probably January or February. I can just about see Betelgeuse over the bush at the back of my garden, which is, yeah, a really nice sight to see. Yeah, I can't wait for Orion sort of time to come back around, so I can properly shoot the targets in it. But yeah, anyway, back to the Veil. I've parked the scope, got the lens cap back on, and I've warmed the camera back up, so I've just got to go pack up, go inside and try and get some sleep. And I've hopefully got over 5 hours of data tonight, depending on how much is usable. Yeah, added on to the 3 hours I had from the other night, that's going to be at least 8 hours of data hopefully, which should make a really nice image. So yeah, I'll speak to you at some point when I'm back inside. Alright, so as you can probably see, I've got the photo processed and it's next to me, and it looks like really good. There's tons and tons of detail, and it's just under 9 hours of exposure I think I ended up with. Yeah, it looks incredibly good. I'm really happy with it. And yeah, the focus has definitely worked like really well, and it's got way more like sharp, refined detail than I've ever had before. And I didn't even have to do any star reduction because the stars are already like tiny. But yeah, that's about it. So thanks for watching. I hope you like the photo, and I wish you all clear skies.